You are the officer in charge at the station, and it is the morning checkout of the apparatus.
Did you guys see the game last night?
Yeah.
It was pretty
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, morning, Cat.
It's time to get to work and start on your daily checkouts.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Tony, there's no way you could check the truck out in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I came in last night for Firefighter Jones. It's all there.
So what?
All right, I'm gonna first and foremost say that that is totally unacceptable. I don't know if Captain Niebling remembers, I had my own personal experience in someone not properly checking out the unit properly. Fortunately, we didn't have a call where we needed what we were missing, but if we were called, it was our pediatric box. And if we actually showed up to anybody's house whose child was drowning, not breathing, unresponsive, choking, and we did not have that pediatric box, unacceptable. I mean, we only have a few things that, we have to do in the morning, checking out the unit, making sure you have all the equipment possibly that you may need within that 24-hour window. Our job's spontaneous. It's gonna be a fire, it could be a chest pain, heart attack, choking, but for you to show up to a call and not have the equipment that you're supposed to have to possibly or potentially save someone's life is unacceptable.
The way that I look at this scenario is there's a change of pattern here. The officer noticed right away that it took this driver operator 5 minutes to check out a fire truck. And we know that it takes a lot longer to check the equipment on the truck. There's certain days of the week where you need to check certain equipment. On my rig, for example, on Tuesdays, we set up the jaws of life and we run all the tools. We might have to do some other equipment maintenance. So for a driver operator to come into my office and tell me I was here last night and it's all there is also unacceptable. There's certain things that need to be done in the morning. The pump needs to be operated. You need to make sure that nothing happened overnight. How about if somebody came in and touched some of your equipment without you knowing, even another firefighter. So definitely unacceptable. We expect that the equipment will be checked out properly, and it takes longer than that. As a company officer, I think that I have the right and the authority to tell the driver, we're going out there and we're going to make sure that this truck is checked out the right way. It's for our safety and it's for the safety of the people we protect.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it seems like historically the next sentence that follows, "It's all there," is the bell goes off and you go someplace and it's not all there. Yeah. And that's what the rig checks were designed to do. I mean, the citizens fully expect, and our fellow brothers and sisters fully expect, when our apparatus shows up, we've got a toolbox that's fully equipped with equipment that is operating and working, and we're ready to go to work.
And that is complacency.
Well, it is, and isn't it easy to do? Having been a driver, an apparatus operator for many years, I know what it's like, the mundane task of just every day checking the compartments, checking the equipment. It tends to get mundane. And what I would suggest to that company officer is, first off, you deal with that right then and there. I hear you. Now I want you back out on that apparatus floor, and we're going to have an equipment drill once you're done. That would be the way I would approach it. Number two, I would try to instill in that apparatus operator and anybody who presumes to assume the really sacred privilege of driving one of our vehicles, I would try to get them to establish ownership. That's your baby. That's your rig. I'm the company officer. I'm taking care of the crew. That apparatus, that belongs to you. It not only has our name on it, our fire department's name, our fire company's name, but in particular, it has your name on it. Take ownership of it.
Absolutely, and I think checking the rig and checking the stuff, I think the officer, again, can have an example, can be setting an example by doing what he wants. When the officer shows up to work in the morning, getting his or her gear out, ready, check their personal gear, have it set by the apparatus for the exchange with the other officer. All my tools are set, all my gear is set, I'm all ready to go, and everything else is there. And the other thing is, very honestly, you check your own stuff. I check my flashlight, make sure it's charged, make sure it's working. I do check my own stuff. I remember as a junior lieutenant going to a fire and going into the building and turning on my air pack, and there was no air in it. I took a beating and a half because I had to go, but there was no air. So I was useless, and it wasn't a good thing. Okay, I learned a valuable lesson. You instill in them to check the rig, you also follow up and check the rig yourself, because you want to make sure that your equipment is set to go and that you look professional.
All right, top points.